This is a little video that we're going to try and make interesting. We're finally in lockdown. Sort of like this video's from about 3 weeks ago, so yeah, we'll try and make it as interesting as possible.
Yes, because obviously we're not going to be doing as much cruising.
No.
But we do the exciting thing of filling our water tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll take you on the journey for that. And
Mark gets his bike ready to go on a
bike ride. Yeah,
I'm
going on a bike ride. Very exciting. And I've got to say this while I think of it. A lot of my friends are into cycling now, and they use this app, Strava, I think it's called.
Strava. Is it Strava?
Comments below. I think I've won this one, Strava. So I thought, well, I don't know whether you have to buy the app, and I knew there's a health app on the iPhone, and so I got the health app up. I saw the cycle section, and I thought yes, and it was to record my menstrual cycle and not my actual bike ride. So
numpty,
yeah,
number
so
one.
I've had the pee pulled out of me all week for that, but hey ho.
Oh gosh, 1 minute.
It's the 24th of March. Boris has now issued his warning about only going out when you need to. So I'm just going to pop out to the butcher's, just see if I can get a couple of pieces of chicken and some sausages, and I'm now going to prep the mean machine. Yeah, she hasn't been used much over the winter, so I'm now going to pump my tyres up, check everything is okay, and then go off in search of the butcher's. Right, that's the Rally Evo 2 all prepped and ready, so I'm going to see if I can attach my GoPro to my bike and go take you down to the butcher's.
Yeah, we're actually very lucky to have Bourneville one side, Sturchley the other, and I mean Bourneville's a lovely little village. It's got a butcher's, a corner shop, a baker's.
No candlestick makers.
No. So everything's on hand really. I mean they're closing earlier and shutting on certain days, but I mean if you get it right, you're fine. And there's a Farm Foods in Sturchley as well, so and they're all in walking distance. That away,
Selly Oak, you have seen or you will see in another video or a video you have already watched. There's a Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
And a very big thank you to another new patron this week.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. There's always something to do living on the boat, but there's always a reason to put it off until tomorrow. So the touch-up paint work that I was going to do about a year ago, I haven't got around to doing it, but now we're actually in this place for the foreseeable future.
They're actually good moorings to do that sort of thing.
Yeah. We got a nice sort of hard standing mooring, and I've always found the excuse of, oh, it's a little bit muddy here, we'll wait till we get to the next mooring, and then we happen to be on the wrong side to do what I want to do. But hey ho, so we'll take you through the process of some of my to-dos. And as I've always said before, whenever I'm doing anything DIY, it's not a tutorial, it's not an instructional, so it's not how to, but how I do. I will say this at the end because I always do, but if you're enjoying the video, hit that like button now, because if you're like me, I watch a video and there's another one in the queue and I watch that and I forget to hit the like button, and it does mean a lot when you hit that like button.
Please.
Right, we're still at the same place, still in lockdown. I've just had a rummage in the back of the boat and I've found some old tins of paint, so we're going to do some little touch-ups along the gunnels and just above the rubbing strakes. I'd love to get to a Chandler's right now and buy the right type of paint, but we're going to make do with what we've got. Right, just let me show you what paint I've managed to find on the back of the boat. So we've got a selection of tins. I think this is the original round number, and it's a proper exterior paint. Got a little tub of hammerite that can go straight on rust. We've got some grey undercoat, and we've got this, which is I think they've used the same round number to get the colour, but that's just a standard eggshell from a decorator centre that you'd use indoors, and this was probably used just to touch the boat up, make it look nice by the previous owners before we bought it. But I have noticed above the gunnels where the paint is, you can scrape it and scratch it with your fingernail, so I don't think it's that hard wearing, although it will leave you with a reasonably nice finish. Now I did, point your finger, here we go, I did make a start yesterday. I've touched up a few little rust areas with the hammerite, and then I've just started rubbing down, so I'm going to go all the way along, just keying that up with some sandpaper, just so that the new paint takes to it. Now, as per usual, whenever I go to do anything, one of the dogs will always make sure that they get right in the way. Yeah, so that's given a nice key all down that surface. They're going to wash off any of the old dust and then let that dry. Well, that's had time to dry overnight, and I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm going to have to go over it again just to give it another coat. A couple of little areas I missed, but have a look. Yeah, so don't point your finger, don't worry about all that there, that's masking tape, but compared to how it looked yesterday, that's a vast improvement. So I'm just going to give it a quick second coat. I'm going to start here at the pointy end and work my way down.
Yeah, so we made the water last week, which wasn't a task, not for Mark anyway.
Reduced showerings, not showering so often.
Loves it.
Yes, it just reminds me of being a kid when on Sunday you had to have a bath. So.
Mind you, he's had a bath more than once, or a shower more than once a week. I'll have you know, because I wouldn't be sitting this close to him.
Last time I had a bath was February 2019.
Yeah. So the first attempt at getting water.
And I've said it before with boat life. You have a plan which never goes to plan. So we had planned to go get water on the
Sunday,
but things unfolded and we couldn't, and this is why. Well, due to popular demand, we was going to do the get water video.
I know,
but we've done 2 loads of washing this morning. Both had a shower. And
thinking that we were going to go and get water.
Used all our water, but the wind is now gusting 40 mile an hour, and it's just not worth taking the risk.
No, and it's gusting in the wrong direction, it's just far too windy.
So I think we got enough water just for domestic washing up and cups of tea for today, and then we'll continue this video tomorrow when the wind has dropped. Well, attempting to go for water, take 2. No wind today, so we're now going to set off. Deb's inside beautifying herself, which doesn't take very long because she's already beautiful, and join us on the way. Now this is the worry, that when you leave the mooring to get water, you come back and somebody's going to be here. Hey ho, if that is, we'll have to look somewhere else. There's not many places to moor along here, but we'll find somewhere. It's 1 mile and 5 furlongs according to canal plan. There's our geesey friends who normally wake us up every morning for their breakfast. Yeah, so 1 mile and 5 furlongs to the water point. We go past the junction, go down to the junction, and then once we've got water, we've just got to reverse about 800 metres back up to the junction, just to be able to turn round to come back here. As promised, all beautified.
Morning.
No bacon sandwich though, but no. Okay. Right, Debbie's looking a bit grumpy because I've just stood here waffling for 5 minutes and realised I hadn't pressed the record button, so I've got to try and remember what I was waffling about. Juggling.
Juggling. He's not allowed to juggle
I've
eggs.
Been banned from juggling eggs.
It's a commodity at the moment.
Yeah, so I've got to practice with tangerines. Yeah, I can juggle one, which I think is not actually juggling, that's throwing up and catching.
I've got it. I've got it.
Deb's got the tiller. Yeah, so water point that way.
Yes.
Yeah, get water. There's a co-op, I believe. Just through the housing estate, so we shall top up, stock up with some bits and pieces from the co-op, and
go back to the same mooring. Hopefully no one has took it.
No, and hopefully nobody's taken it, and hopefully the water point is not out of action. We'll find out when we get there. Well, the water point, or the area where the water point is in sight, and there looks to be a boat on it or just before it, so hopefully they're not actually on the water point.
Well, they could be getting water.
Yeah,
It doesn't look like there's anybody there.
We'll find out when we get there. Yeah, some people have asked about trying to capture the trees and the shrubs and bits and pieces along the edge of the canal, how they change over time. Well, we're not going to be making too many trips, but you can just see that green flush as the buds are now starting to open, so that will change weekly, and we'll see if we can capture that on our weekly trips to get water. Right, so here we go, trying to make getting water exciting.
So we undo this with a special key.
Right, so we've got our water reel, aqua roll, which will fill up, which gives us another 40 litres of water, and there's the water point there. Now what I am going to do is just an extra precaution. So waterways key. And there we have our taps. Just let that run for a bit of wind in there, run for 30 seconds or so just to flush it through, and then we can start filling the tank. So this is our first outing in a whole week, and hopefully it's another week before we need to go out again to get water and shopping. So how are you enjoying your little outing?
Oh, I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. We're actually 15 minutes in since the hose went in, but it was very, very empty.
And we normally know when it's nearly full. There's a stainless tank under there, and we get a loud boing. Yeah. So I'll see if I can capture the boing on video.
Yeah, so once we filled the water tank, I gave Mark a little list. Bless his cotton socks, he got everything on the list. I was really, really pleased. He went to there's a co-op, I think it's Kings Norton. Is it Kings Norton?
Yeah, so from where we were moored, it's about a 4-minute walk.
For Mark, not for me.
Yeah, 10 minutes for Deb with her little legs, but 4-minute walk for me. Don't start me laughing. With the trolley, and as Deb said, I got everything we needed on the list.
Well chuffed.
And just see when you do a shop at these little convenience stores, you tend to spend a fortune, but come back with very little. I don't know what...
Well, they charge what they charge, and you know that it's got to be more expensive than your largest supermarket. But you can't do anything about that, really.
But we was fairly well stocked anyway.
Yeah,
so
it was just essentials, weren't it?
Yeah.
Like a bit of meat for...
beer, gin.
yeah, okay. And some meat for Sunday dinner and things like that, yeah. Yeah, so once all that was done, the skies decided to open.
Yeah.
But like a boss, he reversed all the way back, no problems.
I've had plenty of practice now.
Yeah.
And no wind, which does help, yeah. So. Right, we had a quick costume change because it's decided to rain, but we're now going to, point your finger, now going to go back up that way, reverse back up the way we came. So, see you when we get there. Well, so far so good. Still going backwards, just above tick over, and maintaining quite a straight line. I've got the bow thruster engaged just in case, just to give any minor, you can see the pointy end up there, which is away from us. I spend more time looking at that than I actually do where I'm going. We're about halfway back to the moorings now. It's still raining and just getting very anxious as to whether anybody has taken the mooring. We will find out in about 10 minutes. Right, the moorings are in sight. I can see the two little cruisers and a big gap where our boat was, so all that panic. Yeah, Deb's inside. Yeah, staying wet, staying dry.
I'm staying dry.
Yeah, so well chuffed with that. You can probably hear the dogs, and they'll be pleased that they're back. So as you can see, the mooring was still available. Nobody had come along, so all that stress for nothing. But obviously, the longer we're here, the more times we get water, the more chances are that we're going to come back here and somebody would have got the mooring. But hey ho, that's life. And
also, the dogs were well chuffed when they hopped out and they were back on this mooring, because they're outside all day.
Normally when we're on a narrow tow path, the only time they go out is when we take them out for a walk.
But here they can just be out all the time. They love it, didn't they? Absolutely love it. Yeah, so that's about it for this week, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
I hope you did like it.
Yeah, we've had a giggle editing together. We always do. So if you did like the video,
press the like button.
If you haven't already subscribed,
press the subscribe button.
If you want future notifications of any other videos we put up,
the bell icon, and that'll notify you when we do put a video up.
Yes, and if you want to support our channel, you can by joining us on Patreon or PayPal. And links. Now, I say this in every video, and some people have asked me, where are they? I always say, and there's links to all this down below, along with other video equipment. But if you're watching on a laptop and you just scroll down and you click this little button here where it says show more, it will open up this section and it will show you the links to Patreon, PayPal, and all of other links to things that we use to make our videos. And just want to say a big thank you to all our new supporters this week. Whether you're supporting us on Patreon or PayPal.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
The links
Thank
are down
so
below
much.
for those, and you know who you are. If you don't, then Deb's going to tell you.
Yes, it's Ellen Carroll, Justin Bates, Michael Hydorn, Lorraine Thorpe and Wayne Weatherspoon.
Yes, so thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And I think we did say this about it for this week, but it is about it for this week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.